Ah, good morning, folks. Let me hide that one sec. I thought I'd jump on here today, seeing as I'm around and I have some coffee, and it's nice to chat, huh? It's nice to chat. How's everyone doing today? Oh my crazy, how's it going? Fable Prince, good to see you guys. I just thought I'd kick off, what day is this today? Thursday. With a cup of coffee and some Dungeons and Dragons. That sounds good to me. Frickin' delicious. How you guys doing today? So, little change of plans from the regular scheduled broadcast. Had a couple of players down this morning, and I thought, we could either say, oh, we'll push it next week, or we could do something fun. And so I decided to do something fun. So I think what we'll do today is a little prep session slash maybe a cheeky Q&A in there as well. We'll sort of answer questions as we go and have a discussion and chat about Dungeons and Dragons and Dragon Heist and that kind of stuff. While we prep for our game. So I think that's what we'll be up to today. Hey Dave, what's up? So it's a little bit like, what's it, Mike Mills, what do they call it? Mike Mills Happy Fun Hour? This is the Will Jones Sad Angst Hour. Or 2 hours. the Will Jones Sad Angst 2 hours. Official title. Official title, so. Fuzzbang, what's up? There will be fireballs? Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. The Will Jones Harrison therapy session with Twitch game. Yes, I like the sound of that. Sounds like my everyday life. Perfect, perfect. You know, we can... something we can all connect to then. Get rid of that. What about you guys? But I just have like a million tabs up. And whenever I get more than like 7 tabs, I get super like OCD about it, and I have to close down tabs. Am I the only one that has to do that? I've got 3 monitors, but I can only have like 5 or 6 tabs. Anything higher than that, and I'm done. Sid, like better half. She has like 5 different like browsers of Chrome up, each with 20 different tabs, and it just stresses me out. I'm glad I'm not the only one. What's happening in January that you're excited for, Dave? See, every now and again I just gotta go through and I gotta purge them. Bum 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 bum. I have more than 5 tabs, yeah. Watching on my phone, no tabs. See, even then, even actually with my phone, you know, if you've got an iPhone and you like double tap, oh, it's not doing it. I haven't like used my phone this morning. It died last night. But if you like double tap and you've got all of these open, like all these apps, it stresses me out if they're open and I'm not using them after all. So right now it's kind of like just a little bit. I'll just go through, you know, like swipe up and delete the ones that I don't need to see notifications from. Did that quite flourish, didn't I? Like that. So yeah. It's tough life, guys. It's tough life. I was hoping to do a mushroom, and we can do it on this one as well. Bomb. Here we go. There is a tweet. If you'd wish to retweet it, you can feel free to do so. So I think we're going to plan either our next session today, and maybe we'll plan a little one-shot or something. Maybe we'll just do it from like the ground up, and I think we'll answer some questions as we go here. So that's the plan for today. So if you have questions to improve your dungeon mastering or playing skills and abilities, feel free to fire at me and we'll get some answered. I avoid looking at my mum's phone. She has every app open and 20 tabs on Chrome. Not like this, Mum. Not like this, dude. Yeah. Stresses me. Stresses me out. And even more than that, whenever I go home, and I've got to like, I know I want to show my mom something, but she's like on her computer, so I'm like, I've got to show her something, so she has to go and find it. That stresses me out too, because it's like, she like clicks, and they'll go to like Bing, and then they're on Bing, and you're like, this is a mistake. First of all, like this was not supposed to happen in the first place. They're on Bing, and then they'll, you know, just type in the question on Bing, like it's like Ask Jeeves still. Yeah, it's a rough life right there. Dude, there should be no such thing as Bing. Does Bing still exist? Did they sell that yet? Did they delete that? You can still go on Bing. It is just like, it just looks like AOL. You guys remember AOL? Oh my god. Too much. God damn, I remember Bing, I remember MSN and Bebo and the internet is a wild and wonderful place. I am excited for the Guildmasters Guide to Ravnica. I am. Yeah, it came out and I was like, huh, I don't really know anything about Magic the Gathering. I'm actually not that interested. That was my first vibe. But, you know, I was like, I'll buy it anyway. You know, I'll probably end up buying it at PHP. I'll probably end up buying it on Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds and everywhere else you can buy, D&D Beyond, etc. And then I actually started playing Magic the Gathering Arena. So I'm really big into the Hearthstone. Love the Hearthstones. Love those stones. So I gave MTG Arena a try. And I was like, okay, this is pretty sick. And they've got their new Ravnica expansion out there as well. Hashtag tie-in. And yeah, now I'm even more excited for it actually. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I've got the pre-order on Amazon, I think, coming my way. Yeah, I'm big into Arena. It's not on Steam. It's where is it? It's on, I think just the Magic the Gathering website. If you just Google it, it'll probably show up. Of all things. All right, let's jump over to the screen over here. That was very dramatic. Right, welcome to the Will Jones Sad Angst 2 hours. As we are going to be doing a little bit of DM prep today, and probably answering some questions along the way as we do so. Goodness, that music feels like it's loud. Let's bring that down a touch. So I think what we're going to do today, we've got a couple of choices. I want you guys in the chat to throw out what it is you want to be doing today, because as previously mentioned, we had a couple of players away today, so I figured I would jump on and do some prep work and some Q&A stuff while we're here, because that's what the Learn by Plays are all about. So we've got a couple of choices. Choice numero 1. Let's prep our next session of Learn by Play, which is to say, we're sort of, I want a capital and I can't spell it. You're going to get used to this, by the way. You're going to get used to this as I do this. I am by no means a writer. Or we can prep a one-shot from the ground up, which is probably going to be a bit more comprehensive in how do you prep a game that's just titleless. Prep. And then, yeah, all the way through that, we're going to be answering Q&A style questions as we go. Exciting! All right, man, I gotta change this music. The music is kind of bringing me down. I need some beats. Where are my beats at? I need some fantasy beats. All right. Maybe I should now on scary music. All right, this is the most important part of any prep session. So for me, and this is the honest truth. When prepping a session, prepping a D&D session, the first thing I ever do is find the appropriate fantasy music to write and think to. Now, that's just how it is, man. I can't not. Let's actually see if we can zoom in here a little bit. I can't not prep sessions without music. You need like that, you know, whether it's the Lord of the Rings OST that you're playing on like a 10-hour loop, or it's a Game of Thrones OST, or if it's using tabletop audio right now to play some music. Just get you in the mood. It's the first thing I gotta do. So one-shot prep sounds fun. Let's do that. Oh, we can vote, can't we? Okay. Let's just do a vote. They still have vote yay and vote nay. Like they do. Let's see. Let's check Twitch. Okay, so if you want us to, this is gonna be fun. Okay, if you want us to go with choice 1, vote yay. Or if you don't want choice 1 and you want choice 2, then vote nay. And you can do that with the Twitch emotes, which are, you just type in vote yay or vote nay, like so. I'll wait for you guys to give me some votes on that one. Man, I haven't done that in a while. Okay, we're prepping D&D session. First thing I do is find appropriate fantasy music and write to. Yes. Without this, there is no inspiration. It definitely depends on the type of session I'm prepping as well. Like, this is super gothic and dark, but if I'm prepping something else, I'm prepping like a ball scene. Masquerade ball. There's a dinner party happening. Love it. I'm prepping a 1920s Call of Cthulhu session. I'm in a club. That's how it be. That's how it's gotta be. We'll go over the dark, ominous, brooding, sad angst hour for now, then. Alright, looks like the yays are outdoing the nays. Yeah, so we're going with some prep today. Alright, I forgot what one that was. Okay. Prep, first session of Learn by Play. Alright, good. Good. And actually, let's open up the question stuff as well. So if you guys have questions about D&D, about the session, about how to write games, about how you balance encounters, goodness knows, whatever it could be, throw your questions at me in chat. You can @encounter roleplay in chat. That's my Twitch username, so you can find me there, and that's how they will pop up on the screen in fabulous fashion. Let's get rid of this. There we go. So the yays. Oh my god, I gotta do math now. Oh my god. Okay, there's 4 yays and 3 nays. Sure. Okay, so Learn by Play, and this is, I believe, goodness, I don't even remember what session number it is, but there you go. I don't have all the fancy fonts like Mike Shinnis streams. The production value on the font is out of this world. Out of this world. Okay, so last thing that happened on Learn by Play is this. The party have made a deal with the Kraken Society and the Ancient Kraken. Goodness knows what that name is. It's from Song King Thunder. I'm going to get up my my next page of notes here to bring in. On my 3rd PC that we're using for this, I'm just going to be switching back and forth between to a wee bit here. Someone in chat remind me of the name if I don't find it. Kraken. Control F is the savior of the long Google Doc file. And its name is Slarkrafel. That's right, Slarkrafel. Slarkrafel is so dope. One of my favorite villains from the latest, or the 5e line of product villains, I think. Would you say the parties are cracking? In exchange, son of a ball. For the power of a Kraken. So, Rockefeller's awesome. to find an ancient shipment deep within the Xanathar Guild's vaults and to bring it back to him. So we are left with, that's our quest, basically. Let's put a quest here. Any more Kraken based puns are strongly encouraged. Strongly encouraged. Okay, and bring it back to him. So let's say that our job today is to write the next 3 hours of game session, which will involve. And let's break it down. Let's break down into, like, let's say 3 sections that we're going to have of play. So first of all, they're going to most likely need to find information about the Xanathar Guild and the vault. Then they're going to need a way inside to heist shipment. And then they're going to need to actually try and pull it off and get out alive. They are somewhat following the Pirates Code, so I believe it's most likely the if you fall behind, you are left behind. But I hope to see with this team. That was my peak. I peaked. They have a cracking time. Alrighty, so first point: find information about the Xanathar Guild and the Vault, and let's come up with some creative ways together that they might find such information. Find information about the Xanathar Guild and the Vault. How might they do that? Throw some ideas there into the chat. If you guys have some ideas, find information about the Xanathar Guild and the Vault. I think that they might have an informant speak to slash ally. I'm thinking Dernan is definitely an ally of theirs at the Yawning Portal Tavern. Yawning Portal Inn. So you would definitely have a chat with them. The Pirates Code is more like guidelines. So Randy's done. Could there be an inside man that could pay for info and entrance? Definitely. You know what? I believe, and I'm going to bring up more of my notes here. I believe, why did I look at my phone? It's actually over here on this PC number 2. That there is a Drow member of Brigandaev who in Dragon Heist has a brother who is an inside man, I think, in the what are they called? Let's go Zentarim. But let's change that. Let's see. I think it is someone has a brother somewhere, I'm sure. There's definitely an inside man. Oh, I know who it is. Schemo Weirdbottle is the inside man inside the Zentarim, I believe. But also he's gotten himself involved with Manshoon's Black Network. He's already a associate of theirs, so I like bringing Schemo Weirdbottle into this one. Schemo Weirdbottle. I also just want to take one of the last remaining Drow and give them an inn there as well. So let's say Saloon Zibrindas. He's one of the Drow mercenaries from Brigandaev. As a brother inside the Xanathar Guild. Undercover. Investigation. More Schemo is good Schemo. Yes, absolutely it is. Right. So those are 3 points there. And we're going to deep dive more in on those here in a second, I think. Yeah, so let's do that. So let's talk about Schemo first of all, because I feel like Dernan... Well, let's dive in on Dernan real quick. Dernan probably knows some of these people. He's probably a connection to Schemo and Saloon. Dernan knows that... Something I always have to do for my notes is just embolden any NPC names when I start writing in paragraphs, because I just lose them when I start actually trying to read them. So Dernan knows that Schemo, Weird, Bottle, I think it can just be a link to those two, basically, because we don't want to have too much to be tracking. Contacts on the inside. So Dernan's someone they trust, and I'll be able to get them to Schemo and or Saloon. He loves a good time in the saloon, so let's go more into Schemo. Sweet, sweet fresh pots. Schemo has I didn't mix it up. Contacts within the Xanathar Guild. While he is part of the Zenterin, he has also infiltrated the Xanathar Guild. I like that. Schemo seems like the scheming type. The puns today. He's infiltrated the Xanathar Guild, and for the right price, or for not turning him in. Help them. Like it's going to be a similar deal with Saloon. I actually want to talk, before we get further on that, about what the guild looks like, what the vault looks like. The Xanathar vault. Now this is something we're just going to make up. Because it's cool, and I want an Ocean's 11 style vault. I should probably go look at a book here in a second, some good traps and ideas that we can bring in. So, what kind of defenses? Defenses of the vault. First some ideas in the here in chat. What defenses would the Xanathar vault contain? I'm thinking traps. I'm thinking guards, magical. Barriers and fingerprint technology, that kind of stuff. Schemo, love it. And an iron wrought door, so like a huge vault door, Fallout style vault door. Yeah, huge iron door. Statues. Ooh, Blade Runner, I like that. Ooh, we could do like a totally cool Weeping Angels type deal with statues. Oh, I like that. Statues, but the statues are alive. They're coming to life! Yeah, it's got a huge iron door, so you can't just walk right through. Probably some kind of combination lock. I'm imagining that they would have some kind of magical lock on it, which would make it difficult for you to just walk in, even if you're a magician. Suits of armor, yeah. Pitfalls, guards, magical barriers that can make you dispelled by the right code. Yeah, with a magical lock requiring correct code. We can come out with what that code is here shortly. And then what we can do is, if we sort of work backwards a little bit, if we figure out what's in the vault and the things that they'll need, then based on their investigation in point 1, they can find out some of those things. Depending on how much investigation they do, of course, they may get more or less of those points. Also employing burning finger trap, a fake scanner, real run to the left of it. Oh, I like going for like a really obvious looking like place your hand here, and it's sort of a callback to the tomb. Yeah, okay. We'll find exactly what trap we want to use for this here shortly. But let's see, a trap with a hand imprint. When placed inside, the hand is burned and or eaten. But I call back to the tomb. Yeah, we'll find out what chapter I want to get to that one here in a minute. Yeah, I'm imagining Xanathar is like, yeah, he's got to be paranoid. You don't get as far as you do into Watersdeep without being rightfully paranoid. So there's going to be various different layers to the vault, I imagine. Strange wet mold that looks chunky blood. Its spores are hallucinogenic and it's addicting if consumed. Ooh. I'd like that there would be some kind of like fungus-based spore floor. Yeah, let's you know what? Let's do ourselves a little thingy here. So at the top of the vault, because I imagine you've got like I've got like a whole cave system built out for this. At the top of the vault, we've got the iron door and entrance chamber. You can do something like from the Team of Horrors where it looks like they've gotten all the gold, but the gold is actually like an illusion. Yeah, I like that, with illusory gold. Illusory treasure. Can you touch the treasure as well? There's that bound to be the alarm spell that is just like wired to that place. And then going down, you have another floor right at the bottom. We'll look at this wall. We'll put statues on one of them. We can map it. Oh my god, my mind. And then we have the actual vault with real treasures. We'll write a couple more floors. So let's have a bit of a dungeon delve through. That could be quite fun. Love a good dungeon delve. Eye stalk laser beams. Oh, that would be so great to do the Ocean's 12 scene, but with beholder eyes. Oh yes, yes. Right, let's put floor 1. Gotta have eye stalks. Eye stalk laser room. There's so much fun stuff you can do there because you can just like, you know, they walk in the room. If they set up a trap, you get hit by a random beholder's eye stalk beam. Oh yeah. Like this. Now we're getting evil. The bunny have a keypad to the left hand of the scanner. Hand scanner opens a trap door. Fake information isolates sort of gives them away. Spore effect kind of like Zuckboy's spores from Rage of Demons. Yeah, we can look at the Rage of Demons here. I have it on D&D Beyond. Runes on the door have to be touched in a certain order. Oh, we could go sort of, yeah. Correct. Code. Yes. The actual code is a series of, I guess, touching series of runes in the correct order on the door. Oh yeah, let me just... Okay, I like that. We're gonna have statue room. Let's open the statues a little bit more now. So this is floor, let's call it. Statues placed around this room. And we can use this sort of animated armor stats for them, I think. Seem inanimate to start with, but become active based on progression, so the further you get out of the room. The players in this one, I believe, by the time we get to this, will be level 4. Gas spores in the room, poison gas, yeah. I think a lot of these will be like, we'll use the alarm spells, and also we'll find different traps with triggers and maybe edit a couple of them to fit us. Okay, statues placed around this room appear inanimate. On closer inspection, make them roll like an Arcana check or something or other. They are magical beings waiting to be activated. And we need a trigger for them to activate. Is it just them moving closer across the room? Thinking long corridor. Placed along this long corridor. Appear inanimate, upon close inspection, and magical beacons waiting to be activated. And we just need to figure out what the trigger is. D&D, but I can't help my Cthulhu love coming in. It's my favorite role-playing game. You've got to have some horror. Formatting, right? For when this gets printed into version 2.0. Gargoyles. Let me look up gargoyles real quick. Am I allowed to show D&D Beyond in this? I don't know what the rules are. Probably I can, right? Let's go to the compendium here. I'll bring it onto the thing in a second. Gargoyle. I forgot in 2 Annihilation I printed the giant 4-armed gargoyle. That is a CR10 monster though, which is difficult. While gargoyle remains motionless, it is indistinguishable from an inanimate statue, so it just has false appearance. CR2. Yeah, we could use a gargoyles for this, like stat-wise. They probably make the most sense. And are iconic. We don't have to use... we can give them another trigger, though. I feel like just having gargoyles lying around and then they jump on you is less scary. I do like the idea of figuring out the Weeping Angel style, like, line of sight stuff. That could be cool. With dynamic line of sight, you could probably have quite a lot of fun with that. It seems like it'd be complex as well, though. But I bet you could do it well. 2 hidden triggers. 1 opens and door and hold access with the angel. I like panels on the floor, yeah. Ooh, yeah. The more I think about that, the more I like it. You could even write a riddle. No, that's a bad idea. I'm terrible at riddles. Just bring that down there. Suppose you could also make a custom zombie enemy that's like a clicker. Oh, I like that actually. A room of restraint. Yeah, I really like that idea. Like if they use magic to try and, you know, detect magic or whatever, it's oh, they could be like a okay. Getting carried away. On the, I guess the pedestal of the first statue reads. There can be something, you know, some riddle based on not using magic. Insert don't use magic clue. This is the next level dungeon mastering. Statue reads, insert don't use magic clue. If the party use any form of magic while within the corridor, gargoyles become active. We could just go like full red herring and you could just walk down the end of the room. That would be such a troll. There's like a door at the end of the room, and then you've got like 2 panels on the floor. It looks like one of them's going to activate them, and one of them's not. It's just if you don't use magic. Oh man. A great DM troll. Want to have an anti-magic room? I think that's less cerebral puzzle-wise. I think if you just limit them from using magic, it stops them from making any kind of decision. And the decision part of the puzzle is what makes it interesting or engaging. And certainly makes it actually challenging. Let's see. Give me more of the gargoyles. Yeah, I want like a giant 4-armed gargoyle. Oh shit. Woo! That would be a tasty boss. Right out next episode, Wolf. Down the end of the corridor. There'll be some kind of decision to be made there. Alright, so down the end of the corridor, you then place the conundrum of there is some puzzle or trap down the end which looks like it needs to be disarmed via magic, or could be disarmed via magic very easily, but they have to, you know, jump up and get it, which puts you in more danger. Well, the choices, I guess, between putting yourself in a dangerous scenario and going to disarm the trap or whatever it is with your hands, as opposed to using any kind of magic which would activate the gargoyles behind you. Okay. Door is sealed. Magical barrier. Figure out the exact D&D terms for it later. I tend to just race through and go back and think, oh yeah, that could be the enhancement. Still a magical barrier. And we've got to give him some way to unseal. Just turn on my sticky keys. Unsealing via magic is the obvious option. Right, like a counter spell or a dispel. What would activate? Oh, I like that. Like, it's not even necessarily a magical barrier. It's just if you were to step through it, then you would receive pain. So it's similar to the tomb where there are traps which are just sadistic, and they just make you weaker as you go through. So either way, yeah. Is armed with a magical trap which deals damage to anyone who enters through. Moving through and sustaining damage. I'll weaken the body, but not activate. The gargoyles. Isn't goyle such an odd term? Okay. Floor 3. We'll have 5 floors in total. There's opportunities to really take a rest in between them as well, so what's that? Evil and devious traps. Welcome to my dungeon, mortals. This is when we bring the tie-in back to, it's actually just the Tomb of Horrors. Lol. Okay, so floor 3, I think we want it to be the, it's a large chamber filled with fungus from floor to ceiling. Okay. I think also around the room, move lumbering creatures, seemingly made out of the same fungus. Wherever they walk, spores fly up from the ground. I like the idea, yeah, okay. I'm just writing this and sort of going with as it comes. Spores out from the ground and form loud green. Which looks toxic. It looks like I might not want to go in there. I think you've got these like big, I don't know, like ents or some kind of oh goodness, what they call the fungus creatures. I know this, but well, there's violent fungus, which is CR14, but I'm thinking of the dudes from the Underdark. Sort of walking around wherever they walk, maybe there's like a route that they can follow through to avoid the clouds of gas, so it's almost like a platformer. I like this one being a platform rather than a straight fight. Oh, you know what? I love the Weeping Angel thing with the gargoyles. Their bodies appear humanoid. Their eyes are long, elongated stalks, which move to watch you. I like that. So Xenophon is just like looking through his eyes. And they are a bit like saplings. I can't even remember the name of them, but damn it. Okay. Are they beasts? To look at my out of the abyss. I'm still too important now, actually. I also like the idea that throughout the room there is maybe like vines or like trees. There are trees. Which form a path just above. And it could be a really, you know, dangerous looking path, you know, like this wood is old, rotten, fallen trees which form a path just above spore line. The trees appear to be their way across the room. Negotiating their way across would involve several jumping points and the risk of falling down into the spores. Yeah, they gotta jump around, they gotta not put your foot through a you know, a chunk of rotten and old bark. Ooh, I like that technically. The more you pass through, I crack the code each higher penalty. So like it continues to get more difficult the longer you're inside the vault. I like that actually. Maybe it's just levels of exhaustion. Maybe you just begin to exhaust the party the more they go through. And in fact, maybe that's just a feature of the spores. Yeah. I like making this harder just by giving them a first level of exhaustion. Because that's skill checks, right? Or it could even start ramping up the longer you're in the room, just being in the presence of them. And then if you were to get too close, they start dealing damage to you as they're toxic. Ooh. Yeah, that starts making it really hard, especially once the levels of exhaustion start ramping up, because then your movement speed starts going down, and you start having to move really slowly across these trees. chamber. The mere proximity of the spores is all he sees. One level of exhaustion. That's just mean. That's just mean. Let's take a pass. Hey, DC 14. On save and throw, give him a save. It's only fair. Otherwise, that's just cruel. I kind of like it being cruel, but there you go. Give him some agency. Try and make the save. Yes, if you were to rest, you can get rid of you can get rid of levels of exhaustion. I think even less restoration could probably get rid of a level of exhaustion. I'm not sure. You could even probably argue that Paladins lay on hands maybe could get rid of this if we treated it like a disease or a poison. But I think the thing is that they can't be in here for too long. I think the longer they're in here, they're probably being... Maybe they're being chased. Maybe there is a creature which is after them. Like the whole time. Oh my god, yeah, that could be cool. So there is some kind of clock on it, else this awful being comes for them. Oh, it could be the four-armed Gargoyle from the Tomb of Annihilation. The giant four-armed Gargoyle. It's CR10, so if it got to them, it would be a really messy, nasty fight, but they could be sort of being chased. Great restoration can do, okay. I think for them to be encouraged to get through quicker, rather than just sort of waiting for too long, you could probably take a short rest and it'll be fine. We need them to know about, let's call it, the Hunter. Yes, a creature, an ancient creature of shadow and darkness. Well, not darkness. Darkness stalks the halls of the Sapphire Vault. Upon entrance to the vault, the creature becomes active. Slowly but surely hunting down if they were to pause for too long, the creature would be upon them. Like that. It's kind of incentive to keep pushing forward, and it's like a super scary thing that you really don't want to fight, so... 5 in total. Yeah, 5 levels in total. Okay. Alright, so we'll get back to that in a little bit, but that's a nice little pacing thing there. So 4-3. Chamber hazards include, dex saving throws, athletics / acrobatics tests to jump across trees, and the poisonous fungus. The spore creatures will also attack, I'm imagining. Well, the spotter Spore creatures will also like anyone who falls down into their domain. Like it. I believe the dungeon goes lower down into the depths of the vaults as it goes on. Let's turn my notifications to my phone up. It's just distracting me. Right, so now we go down to floor 4, which is the Ice Stalk Laser Room. This sounds like my favorite room. Floor 4. Oops. Floor 4. Yes, I want Beholder to Wednesday beyond. Man, Beholder zombies are so dope. Actually, Beholder zombies may even be better. Just because it's CR5, but let's see. Log back into my account now. With the weight of the characters, encumbrance could pose a problem. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that one. Maybe it's this kind of thing where you have to sacrifice your equipment in order to get across, or like your armor. See, I don't ask them to track encumbrance numbers because I don't really care about that too much. But I like the idea of if you're wearing heavy armor, it makes it harder for you. Actually, don't know if any of the party are wearing heavy armor. I think I don't believe any of them are, so that might not even pose a problem for them. Monsters. Raise the Beholder zombie has. Okay. Boom. I agree, Missing. I think it's like if you're going around with like 50 gold bags in your hand while you're gonna do this, it's gonna make it harder for you. Okay. So floor 4. We have another corridor. We did a chamber. Let's have a circular room, just for some variety. This circular room holds let's say 8 ice stalks, which look charged with magical and destructive capabilities. I'm thinking they're pointing to something in the center of the room. As I come in, there's something I have to activate to get down to the last vault room. It's probably going to be the most dangerous room, because down below that is floor 5, which is... well, I said the most dangerous room, the vault room itself. Pressure room, didn't throw that yet. So I'm thinking in the center of the circular room, there is some kind of like magically opened or device which opens up the staircase leading down into a real vault, and it sort of opens up a chamber of secret style into the center of the room. But there are these sort of laser beam eyes around the center of it that if anyone moves into the space, sit into the walls. Large magical and destructive abilities. In the center of the room, what appears to be some kind of control panel. All 8 of the eyes look or appear into the room. Anyone who steps inside will say, let's say that's like let's make it an awkward, like 60 feet into the center of the room, so you can dash in, but you can't move and action in. Charge a crystal with a spell slot in the middle. We could even tie it back to a previous previous floor when I have to get something in floor 1, 2, or 3 to bring down for floor 4. I don't have it, that's screwed. Or if I don't have it, it becomes harder. You know what steps inside the chamber is likely to be salted stalks. We'll just put in brackets here. Roll randomly on the beholder eye table. Probably called something like that without looking. I can't know. Okay. The control panel. Oh, what if it's just bastardly and it requires attunement or something? Like you got to attune to the panel to use it. Oh, that's so evil. How would you ever even do that? I don't know. It requires some kind of activation. I just hand wave on gun controls. I find them uninteresting the rest of the times. So yeah, we've been doing been playing for 3 years, so I think gun controls and it's really affected the game. As long as people are carrying something which seems vaguely reasonable in a fantasy world, then that's what I really need. So, control panel requires activation. How do you activate it? Appreciate it, Amaretta. Have a good day. You can need to fight the gargoyle and get a claw. Ooh, the gargoyles have magical claws. Or you need to get one of their stalks, one of their eye stalks. Ooh. Their eye stalks hum with a magical power. Yeah, a successful Arcana check could probably know that their eye stalks are helpful in the activation of stuffs. Control panel requires activation. It can be activated in a number of ways. Hey, setting one of the gargoyles stalks. Oops. One of into the panel. Requires a bonus action. And we can say, or describe, this thing begins to hum as though it resonates towards a control panel. What's up, Calamity? How's it going, buddy? So that's a bonus action. You can spend a whole action. Yeah, spending an action. You're activating. Interacting with the panel. Bonus action, and then I'd say defeating the 8 eye stalks deactivates panel. So it's a possible way for them to get through with some kind of brute force. You can figure out a way to defeat the eyes. I like that technicality. Do you think we should have Xanathar at the end of this? I kind of feel like we should, just because he's a boy, one of the biggest boys in this, and it would make sense that he might be drawn. I really like that. The more stalks you get rid of throughout the dungeon, the weaker the final boss becomes. Yeah. It's like super cool. I'll also say that the will be drawn through swiftly on entrance. It's his last chance to get them, so we'll give the hunter a last chance there. I like that. Yeah, Stalks and Xanathar have. Let's go take a look, shall we? Look at the official artwork. Xanathar! 8, 9? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He gets 10 Ice Dogs. Okay, so let's lower this number down. Let's lower this number down, so let's call that 4. So he's got 10 Ice Dogs in total. Each stalk that you defeat is actually one of his stalks. Man, the more you say the word stalk, the weirder it sounds. There's like 4 around this room. We want to leave him with at least a couple of stalks. I'd sneeze. Nailed it. Luckily I sneezed silently. And let's say that there are 3 statues in here? 3 gargoyles? The stalks? Yeah, okay. So that's 7. So best case scenario, he's got 3 stalks. He's still dangerous. He's got 3 of those stalks. But worst case, he's got a lot more. And we're going to have to find the motif to make sure that they know what's going on with the stalks, which we'll write in here in a minute. We've got a monk. We've got a alchemist. We have a... Why can't I remember things up front? I'll just look at my notes. Right? That's probably the best way to do it. We have a rogue and a storm sorcerer going into the dungeon. Okay. Yes, this is a real chamber here. Huge vault holds all of the treasures. The Xanathar. It's hoarded hundreds of years. Deep within the subterranean vault. Yeah, I knew that wasn't right. That is me. I got it right the first time. Deep within the subterranean vault. Treasures unknown. Huge piles of gold, treasures, magic items. I'm imagining this like Smaug's vault. Is depicted generally in artwork as just having this huge vault worth of gold. Yeah. Magic items. Here. It also lies the Xanathar himself. It's more of a title, isn't it, Xanathar? Potentially weakened by the Moldog's up. Moldog. Essentially weakened by the destruction or the deactivation. It stalks throughout the dungeon. And you know, I think the way that we're going to tie those together is that you could probably speak through them as well. So you can taunt them as he goes through the dungeon. Floor 2, statues, gargoyles. this is also right here that the treasure is booby-trapped. The alarm spell will bring the hunter one step closer. You can even do that on like a step basis. Through these stalks, Xanathar taunts and jibes the party. Yeah, I think he'll react. You know, if I like end up deactivating or destroying them, he's gonna be pissed. As he goes for out. So, in the best case for the party, it seems, well, Xanathar has only 3 eye stalks remaining. I think if we say, if any of the eye stalks have been destroyed, the Xanathar is in a weakened state, and this is how we get through the CR explanation, or the HP explanation of making him a little bit weaker. I actually got to check what the strength of the Xanathar is, or the I guess just a whole stats plus. Yeah, CR 13 minimum is pretty strong. So we'll put them into a weakened state, and it may not even be that they have to kill the Xanathar at this point. If they have failed to destroy any of the, I might have to give them we'll have to give them an AC and an HP pool, I guess, won't we? Are destroyed. Destroying the ice stalks, or other. Xanathar has the full range of his destructive capabilities. That's all I got. So, worst case, you've got 10 potential eye stalks to be dealing with here, which is gonna be much more difficult than just being limited to 3, and I think we'll roll for which ones get destroyed as well. Yeah, when each... Make a little sidebar here. Sidebar! Roll a d8, or roll on the Beholder Eye Stalk table to decide which stalk is destroyed. So, I'll ask the PC to do that. That could be fun. PC can roll 2 rolls. A d8 to decide which stalk is destroyed, and watch in brackets the Beholder Eye Stalk table. Stalk. Hubplay. Okay. Oh, destroying the Eye Stalk Xanathar full range of its destructive capabilities. It's snowing here? Oh my god, it might be snowing where I am as well. It's meant to be snowing here all day, so it said it would start about 4 o'clock today, and it's 2 o'clock here in Toronto, so apparently I didn't have my window shut. Terrible. Good. They're gonna have to face off. The last challenge in their way is the Xanathar taking always snowing all the time, even when it isn't. We haven't seen any snow yet. We've seen like the first flecks have come through the past few couple of days, and so now I'm pretty excited because we're going to be spending our Christmas here. So hopefully we'll see a white Christmas. It's always exciting. Taking the Xanathar to a bloodied state. Half HP. Will cause the creature to flee before it can be killed. And they'll probably have some kind of way to get out. It is its lair after all. Oh, I hope the Xenophire's lair actions that'd be so dope. PCs can also spot the wooden box shipment they're looking for. A very, successful perception check around. It's too many F's. That's not enough S's. Single perception check on entrance. Just back up here on my general description. If the PCs can reach the box, you can spend action to open it and discover what's inside. I'm not going to tell you what's inside yet. that's the reveal. What lies within? We just need to find a way. What is the way out of here? Is it like a magic elevator? All of the perception checks. For some reason, Toronto is a 4 at the start. Well, it's our first year here for winter in Canada, so we're hoping for the best. We believe. We believe. Let's see. Scroll back. What lies within? Let's talk about the way out of the vault. Is a long staircase. Winds its way up to what's it called? Skullport. The top of Skullport. Brings you out onto we'll call it the cliffside. Oh, actually, onto the beach. Just go onto the beach. Brings you up to the beach. And then this is the challenge is to they have to plan a way to get out as well. So I'm thinking that they are going to need that's what I wanted to do. There we go. To get some kind of escape plan out of here in the form of some kind of boat. Oh, maybe the Kraken Society can bring them their boat. That would be pretty dope. Magic key in Xanophire's body. That's metal AF. That's metal AF. Okay. So let's go back here. The beach is covered in pirates and loyalist Xenophire guildsmen. Escape will not be easy unless the party PCs can charter a ship to take them out, or use. You know what? In this magic vault, I think there may be some kind of teleportation device within there as well. Oh, I've got a good idea. The teleportation device within the vault to escape. Moving the box requires an athletics check. Within the vault lies an old, used teleportation device. Successful action spent activating the device summons a teleportation circle. Stepping into the circle, sends the PCs to the twin summoning circle. But where that other summoning circle is, I think may not be such a good thing for them. Do you design this with input from the players, or just have it as a surprise? I think pretty much everything has some input from the players as they go through. This is a lot more prep than I typically do for a session, but to answer a blast question there in chat, we're doing some prep, some design prep for our next session of Learn by Play, which is here every Thursday at 1. So that's what we're up to today. And we're doing the Xanathar Guild's Vault. Okay, so that is really, well, that ends. I have to draw a line under things so I can think, separate my thoughts. We don't need this anymore. That is superfluous to requirements. I think if they step through the summoning circle, I may get them into a little bit of trouble. We could even design something which is maybe the Black Network, Manchun and his folks are behind something here. That's largely what they need to escape and get out. It is a tough dungeon. It is a bit of a tough dungeon, but it should be. Definitely should be. We'll just go back and run a little bit up here with Saloon. Can also get them to the entrance of the Xanathar Vault. I would say that they can go with whomsoever they decide to trust more. They can deal with to get them to floor number 1. I'll probably do a little bit more reading on Skullport before we do the session next week, so I can have a feeling for the ability to get a disguise to even get to the first floor. That could be pretty fun. Goodness, we've written 3 pages of notes and it's been about an hour and a half. Time flies when you're playing when you're writing D&D. Okay, so what else do we need? Once out, the PCs needs to retrieve, or bring back the shipment rather. Bring the shipment back to their master, Skullport. Should they choose to betray the all-seeing Kraken, Skullport will I'll run this just out of the dictionary. Who already cares? Skullport will send his cultists to retrieve it from their cold, dead hands. Let me send a hit squad after them. Get out technically, there's a couple of ways. They can get through the staircase here. They can use a teleportation circle, or I guess they could even try and go all the way back out again, but that would be highly dangerous and very difficult with the shipment box with them. But I guess there are sort of 3 ways out. The old ABC option A and B are definitely better options than option C, but sometimes plans go awry when you're playing D&D. That's something that I've learned while running and playing games. Things don't always go according to plan. I think, in fact, things almost never go according to plan when there's D&D involved. An old school beholder hide. That would be pretty dope. This would be really fun to run just as a one-shot, actually. Just like Lazanafar Vault. That would be some pretty good, fun one-shot material, I think. We kind of did both. We kind of did choice 1 and choice 2. We prepped a one-shot and we did our next session of Learn by Play. Because you could very easily just say, I want to run this for my party tonight and scale it to whatever level you want it to do. High or low, it's pretty easy to do. You could just stat Xanathar as a beholder zombie and he's CR5, which is pretty workable. Or you can scale it higher to the CR13. And just run through this dungeon, because it'll probably take you a couple of hours to get through this, I'd imagine. You got 5 rooms to get through. Each room probably takes anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes, depending on how it goes. And the last room here could probably take a fair amount of time as well. And then once out, you can do whatever you want. And actually, it would spring out pretty well, because if you can get all the treasures out from this place, which wouldn't be easy, but if you can get all of the treasures out, you can do a lot on that kind of gold as adventurers. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe I'll run it as a one-shot. Actually, I'm going to be running a one-shot tonight, so maybe that's what I'll do. Yes, that's the way of the tabletop RPG. True enough. Actually, going to be running a one-shot tonight on my channel. Twitch.tv/encounter roleplay at 3 hours time, 2.5 hours time. So maybe I'll just run this because I've prepped it now. I've prepped it, so I might just change it to this, and I might just change a couple of the names around so it's not necessarily Xanathar. You know, it's some other creature. Yeah, I like that. I think that might just be what I'll do. Huzzah. And I think that's kind of good. I just want to write out what the hunter might actually be statistically. Monster. What kind of monster could it be? Actually, we're going to want it maybe like a little higher, like a CR7, just so they're a little bit scared. Oh, an Aboleth. Oh, an Aboleth. Aboleths are super scary. Aboleths are super duper scary. And it's some of my favorite creatures. They're just straight out of a Lovecraft novel. Ooh. Don't want it to be a dragon. Dragons are... Oh man, Alhoons are weird as well. That would be the kind of thing that Xanathar might keep locked up in his dungeon. Just a free to unleash upon unwilling or unsuspecting adventurers. So what else we got here? Babalai Saga for Curse of Strahd, man. The Balhanna from Mordecai and Song of Phones would be pretty good, because there's a coastal creature as well. But here, I think I might actually make it an Aboleth, just because I'm a sadist and I kind of love Aboleths. If you get caught by that hunter in a dungeon, ooh! That's so nasty. But they're kind of slow as well. Makes sense. Speed is only 10 feet. Aboleth. Love it, love it. Couldn't love it anymore. Couldn't love it anymore if I tried. Okay. We've got the aboleth there that's chasing them at a speed of 10 feet per round. So we'll just sort of abstract that a little bit. And if they're going through quickly, I'll just be keeping a note of how many turns they are taking to get through the dungeon. Oh yeah, we need to figure out the magic clue. We need a riddle. Who's good at riddles? It makes me feel like I'm gonna kill people here saying, hey man, that's like first point. First point, when prepping a D&D session, the first thing I ever do is find the appropriate fantasy music to write to. It makes us more evil. Yeah, we need a magic clue. Don't use magic. The answer to the riddle is more of a hint, I guess. It's a hint to not use magic in this room, that magic is bad. I am terrible. I'm gonna Google it. Google is less than helpful. Maybe I'll just do that bit. Riddle. I am terrible at making riddles. I am terrible at answering riddles. I am terrible at thinking about riddles. It's just bad all around. So maybe that was a bad idea for me. Oh, maybe it's actually just a symbol that they can interpret. That's easier. For if you cast, you're not part of the room. It's just this for like symbol for anti-magic, which can be, you know, interpreted via a history, religion, or arcana check. That's what we'll do. We'll just say, if you roll, you can figure out the clue rather than trying to make me clever. Yeah, that's the way we'll do that. The arcane meets its end at a gate. Okay, I like that. I like that. I'll write it down. Yeah, we'll use that, and we'll do both. We'll do both. We'll give them the riddle clue, and then we'll also give them a symbol that they can roll for to you know, interpret whatever they want with that. Okay, there we go. Let's just put that in italics. There we go. And we'll give them both clues. 2 clues to try and figure it out. And then they'll work their way through. Arcane spelled backwards is XD in Acra. It's like when people use XD for emojis. There are 3 gargoyles, 1 for each school of magic, and later that school of magic becomes active. Oh, I kind of like that as well. God damn it! Yeah. Yeah, 3 gargoyles, but goodness, how many schools of magic are there in D&D? It's like lots, right? In D&D, Google 8 schools of magic. Well. We've got the whole ice stalk thing going on with the 10 stalks of Xanathar, so we'll keep it as is for now, but I do very much like the idea. I'm going to use that for a later puzzle, I think, in like... Looked at a lot. Activate based on the school of magic they use. Yeah. Google tells me that there are 8 schools, yeah. I reckon you're right. And I trust Google implicitly. Trust it as it mines all of my data. Okay. Well, that's pretty good, I think. We kind of prepped a session here in just about an hour and a half, probably more like an hour when we did all of this with the intro and countdown and everything that we did there. So we've got our workshop for tonight. Did you guys have any questions before I head out tonight? And get a little bit more prepping, I guess, for running this session. Like I say, in 2.5 hours time, I'm going to run this on my channel. It's actually a video game where people can come along and play games. with us. Not usually DMing, but tonight it's a special, and I get to DM, so that would be fun. We run video games every Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern. For in case you're interested, if you want to come along and play with us sometime. It's sort of big thing that we've done on the channel for a long time now. It's a good time if you want to come along and play. Pretty happy with that. How much do we write? Like 3 pages of notes there. I'd say that's pretty good for a D&D session. 1 page per hour at best. 9 scores and 3.5 could be, yeah. Imagine they're fighting something the sorcerer keeps casting, which keeps activating and the party just screams, yeah, stop casting those spells! Yeah, I like that idea. Okie then, alrighty. Nail Gun, thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. I don't think Universal is a school of magic in D&D 5e anymore. If it used to be, then it's not anymore. It's just divination, abjuration, evocation, enchantment, illusion, transmutation, conjuration, necromancy. I don't know. Google it and we'll find out, but that's what I think it is. So I'll head off for tonight, my friends. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours' time, hopefully. Join us on the channel, and I think we've got Idol's Champions of Runs coming up next on the D&D channel today, so definitely check those guys out. You can follow on Twitter at Idol Champions. Champions, yes, at Idol Champions. If you can follow these guys. Stick around for that show. Starts in about an hour and a half or so. So hope you guys enjoyed tonight's session. I know it's a little different from what we normally do here. Every Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern, we actually play D&D usually for Learn by Play. So we'll be back next week. I'll be running this session. If you want a sneak preview, you can find me on my channel, Encounter Roleplay. Come watch it tonight. But until next time, my friends, try not to rot too many net ones. We want to be laughing when you do. Good night, folks. Bye!